Hey, what's going on out there? I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. And in this video, I wanted to go over some of the different pitch shifting algorithms. Now I have 3 different DAWs lined up, and then I also have 3 different plugins. So in a previous video, I was talking about my, I wouldn't say total disdain, but I believe Studio One could do better with their pitch shifting algorithms. So I'm using the same sample throughout all of these different examples. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the sample right now. All right, this is something from Black Kits. Now, before I get into the different DAWs, I want to go over some of the plugins right now. So the first one I have is Sound Shifter, and I'm going to be transposing these 7 semitones, so it's a fifth. So let me go ahead and pull that up. Now they have different modes here, and what I'm really trying to listen for is the artifacts. How clean does this sound? So let's listen to it one more time. Now if we bring this down to 0, let's listen to that. So I really don't hear too many artifacts within this Sound Shifter by Waves, and this is a very old plugin. So I'm going to close this out and go to Pitch Monster. I'm going to bring that up. I already have this to the 7 semitones pitch. Now let's listen to this. Now, as you can hear, this one is not too good. Now, I tried to lower the grain rate, but there seems to be some type of latency when I do that. So if I go up to about, let's say 3, let's listen to that. So that doesn't sound too good. And as I go through these different types, it gets even worse. So that I used that in a previous video, but after I found this Sound Shifter, that'll be my go-to from here on out, at least in Studio One. So now I have little Altar Boy. So let's go ahead and listen to this one. So again, this one doesn't sound that great as well. So in my opinion, Sound Shifter wins this one. I believe there is another one by, let's see if I do pitch shifting. So we have one here by Kilohertz. I believe that's how you say it. So let's go ahead and try this while we have it up. Now this is a little better than the Pitch Monster or the Altar Boy, but I still believe this Sound Shifter. And there's one by, let me see, pitch shifting. This is the auto pitch. I believe that is the one. Let me see how that. So we can do the formant, but we can't do the pitch. This is more like an auto tune. So that's not what I want. So now I'm going to go into Studio One's native algorithms for their pitch shifting. So what I'm going to do is I'll right click it and I'll transpose it up to 7. If I can get to it. And here we have our time stretch over here. So drums is more like the transient. So let's listen to that. Now, to me, that one sounds more in line with the kilohertz pitch shifter. Let's go to this next one. This is supposed to be their best one, but when you listen to it, you'll hear that a lot of fidelity is lost. Next, we have this one. This is more for like monophonic, and you'll hear that it's not going to work. Really, it's no use to even putting this on for this. Let's listen to it. Unless you're doing some type of audio effect, I wouldn't use that. And again, this tape sampler it brings it down to the original pitch. So I have FL Studio pulled up, and we'll go ahead and double click this so we can bring up their pitch shifter, and let's listen to it. So we'll raise this up to 7, let me see if, okay, semitones, and let's listen to it. Now I hear artifacts in it, but this is a lot better than Studio One in my opinion. And we have different modes here. Let's do the resample. That makes it the original pitch. Let's do the stretch. Let's go to the Stretch Pro. It sounds close to the original, a little unstable, and we have the auto here. This is usually what it defaults to when we choose it. But as you can see at the bottom, it's the E3 generic. And from doing my research, this is what most people use when they do their pitch shifting in FL Studio, is this E3 generic. Now again, it's not too bad, but I do hear the artifacts. And last but not least, we have Ableton. So let's go ahead and listen to this. I'm going to shoot this up to 7 semitones and listen to it. Now here they have some other ones, and again, I do hear artifacts. Now, none of these are going to be perfect. Honestly, the sound shifter from Waves sounds the best, but let's go through a few of these algorithms to see if we can get a cleaner sound. All right, let's do the repitch. That's the original pitch. Let's go to texture. Yeah, it's not the greatest. And tones. I believe this, let's do beats, but this complex might be the best one. Yeah, that sounds very unstable. And there's one more. I'm going to go back to Studio One. There's one more I do want to try. But again, so far, I think, to me, FL Studio sounds the best with their native pitch shifting. Let's listen to it one more time. I'll listen to Ableton again with the complex setting. Let's go back to that. They're pretty close. I still think I'm going to stay with FL in terms of DAWs. I've even heard people Like the producer for Discord, I think he does his pitch shifting in Ableton. I don't think he's the biggest fan of Logic. That's what he uses of their pitch shifting capabilities. But I wanted to bring up Serato Sample. So let me go ahead and see if I can't pull that up real quick. So Serato, okay. I don't know what's up. So let's go ahead and pull that in. And we're going to go up 7 semitones and that is very impressive. There's like no artifacts whatsoever. Serato Sample might be the best. Let's go back to this sound shifter one more time. We want to mute this, bring this up, and let's pull up the sound shifter. Raise the semitones to 7. There we go. Oh, I have this at 7 already. That's why it sounds that way. All right. And let's listen to the Serato one last time. I'll pull this up. That's a close one. It's really your choice. I think Serato might edge it out. But again, maybe some of these DAWs can look into what type of algorithm the sound shifter or, Serato Sample's using, because it would be great to have that native in your DAW, just a good pitch shifter. But I'd like to thank you for watching. Hopefully this video helps you if you're in the market for maybe a third-party pitch shifting VST. Hopefully this helps. Until next time, peace.